G'day folks, my name's Steve Christensen and today I'd like to just go over some of the features and benefits of the Stoelting vertical batch freezer. Now I can personally say, out of all the ice cream shops that I've owned and operated and helped open, this is one of the most easy to use batch freezers on the market, and we'll go through some of the features and benefits right now for you. A batch freezer will make the most wide variety of products that are available in a frozen dessert or an ice cream store. So pretty well anything that's scooped out of a display or a dipping cabinet, you can make in a batch freezer. So some of the features and benefits of this particular unit are quite unique because we pretty well have the only vertical batch freezer on the market in the US, or the only vertically oriented barrel on the market. And why is this different and why is it important? Well, a number of reasons. First of which, we have a nice wide opening here in which we can put our mix in. We can put particulates, flavors, variegates. It gives us the opportunity to have a much easier opening to clean with as well, because the majority of the horizontal batch freezers on the market have a door that swings out like this with a small funnel or spout on the top. So operators and ice cream makers are pouring mix, flavors, particulates, cookies, candies into this small spout. Whereas here I have a much wider opening, so it's much easier for the operator or the ice cream maker to be able to have access to the barrel, not only to make product, but to clean it at the end of the day. So another great feature is the actual vertical orientation of this barrel. Most of the horizontal, and nearly all of the horizontal batch freezers on the market only utilize the side walls as a freezing surface to freeze whatever product is in the machine. This particular model or this style of batch freezer, the base of the barrel is a freezing surface as well as the side walls. So with more freezing surface, generally the batch times are a little quicker than a horizontal batch freezer, which means if you can freeze down ice cream faster, the ice crystal stays smaller and the product is a lot smoother. So what we find is a lot of our customers say that the product coming out of a vertical batch freezer like this is much more smoother and creamier than that out of a horizontal batch freezer. Another great feature is the fact that we have a safety chute here. It solves the problem of operators either putting their hand or implements up into the extraction chute of the batch freezer. So I can actually variegate in the barrel or put particulates in the barrel. So for example, if I was doing, say, a butterscotch brickle or a butterscotch crunch, I would put my flavor and mix in here to start with, and just before I'm about to extract, I would put my butterscotch pieces in the top, close the lid and hit the extract button, and those pieces will self-variegate as the product comes out of the barrel into the bucket or the pan, rather than having to do variegation or adding flavors and particulates post-extraction or after the product comes out. So again, some great features and benefits for the operator. Another great feature is the fact that we've got a clear lid here. So I can actually see what's happening inside the batch freezer while it's freezing. Now that's important on two different levels. As the operator or the ice cream maker, I can physically see what's happening in the barrel. So as I'm prepping my next batch, I can see what's happening and see how long I've got to go. And when the machine beeps and says that it's ready, it's achieved its time or its temperature setting, I can physically look in and see whether the product's ready. In a horizontal batch freezer, I don't have that visuality. So even though operators in a horizontal batch freezer have used that batch freezer for years, they will still do what's called a spatula test, where they will actually open up the batch freezer, take a spatula, and have a look at the product to see if it's ready. I can eliminate that process because I can physically look in and see that my ice cream or my frozen dessert is ready to extract. Now on a second level, again for the marketing aspect of it, it's great for customers to see also, and we have some customers or some retailers that actually have a chef's mirror built over their batch freezer, so their customers can actually watch ice cream being frozen fresh right before their eyes. So there are a lot of benefits to the process of having a vertical batch freezer. Another great feature of this process is that this drive shaft is sitting right underneath the gearbox. So there's no belts and pulleys on this batch freezer. So I can actually freeze down product a little colder and a little firmer in this batch freezer because I don't have any issues with belt slipping and so forth. So again, another great feature and benefit for the customer. Again, it's a great machine for a multitude of different desserts. If you need any information on any other of the batch freezers or any of the other line of frozen dessert equipment that we make, you can go to www.stoeltingfoodservice.com. There is information there, and we'd be happy to help you with any information that you need.